Hello, Aries. Welcome to our timeless tarot nightcap. Well, another day is over. Yeah, I hope you were able to end the day with a smile. I know sometimes life can be so challenging that instead of putting lines on our lower part of the face, it brings lines on our forehead. Okay, so it instead of making a smile, they sometimes put frown in our faces. Well, I hope this is as you finish this day. I hope you will be able to relax those lines in your forehead and slowly smile. Okay. Wow, it's beautiful. Our main energy is the lovers. Okay, so for those of you who have special someone in your life, no, it's nice to end the day beside them to talk about the things that were, maybe plan also for the future, and enjoy the present moment of knowing that you have someone that you can cuddle against now. If you have children, this is the best time to read them some stories or maybe catch up with them. I remember when I was still young, my father would spend his time teaching us, help us in our studies. Yeah, it's a joy, no? It's a joy to have somebody to, or people to love, no? And this is the beauty about lovers, no? I don't know why I'm thinking right now it's not just a romantic relationship, but I think of a family, you know. Lovers, lovers are people who love each other, no? So it can be also for people who have family. For us who are happily single, there's still some people we call family. I guess you love people because of what we become when we are with them. At the same time, they become what they become because when they are with us, sort of like that. It's as if these are people who we realize that we need to journey with in this lifetime. It's not always happy. I mean, it's not always like every day is filled with rainbow, with sunshine. There are challenges, but after all those challenges, you still find yourself still walking hand in hand in your lifetime. And I guess this is what this card tells us here. You see here, uh, these two people are naked. I feel that the symbolism of naked is that when you are in love with someone, this is somebody whom you are not afraid to be who you truly are, your naked self. You can be who you are with them, both your good and not so good side. Okay, you are not ashamed to commit mistakes when you are with them. You both are able to laugh at each other's mistakes, no, and you find joys joining with each other. And I think this is what this card speaks us right now. Somehow the main energy of this reading right now is cherishing the people that was given to us by the divine and loving them. So I feel that the main energy here right now is recognizing that certain people in our life are really very important, that they really are gifts in our life. And I feel this is what is given us here. When you are together with that somebody who is a gift of the divine to you, everything around you flourishes. And at the same time, you feel the love of the divine because you feel that that person is a gift to you from the divine. I This is what I feel right now with this card. I feel that as you end this day, Aries, take some time to say I love you. Take some time to let those important people in your life realize that you recognize them and you consider their presence in your life as a gift. Okay, now let us see what the other cards will tell us. We have here the Princess of Cups, and then here sorrow. We have here the Three of Swords. We have here the Six of Cups, and finally we have here the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Here I see a person, the Princess of Cups, somebody who is listening to a turtle. Okay. A turtle, somehow, when I look at the turtle right now, the spirit of the turtle, it's somebody who is used to traveling. You know how it is when you travel, when you are a seasoned traveler, you already have everything that you need in just a small case. It's like the turtle, the turtle has a shell on its back, and everything that the turtle needs for safety and security is within that carapace, within that shell. Whenever he feels that he is in danger, he hides inside that carapace, and he already feels safe. I I somehow have the spirit, the feeling right now that Aries, you find consolation in solitude and silence at this present moment. It's like the carapace where you find peace. For at this time, I feel that some of you right now are empaths. That at the end of the day, it's like going inside your shell. No, it's like going inside your shell. You you prefer being in silence and solitude, and you you try to sort of like you withdraw from the society in order to replenish yourself, sort of like because usually if empaths usually are very sensitive to the energies around them, and so sometimes they start to absorb also the energy of other people. If the people around them has a low energy, it affects them also. They are also sometimes drained of their own energy. Some people, like, they have this term of energy vampires. They drain people, especially the empaths, of energy. And somehow I feel it's like that for the turtle, the carapace is his safety, and for a person who is intuitive and also an empath, their carapace, or their solitude, their sanctuary, is the solitude and the silence, contemplation, because the cups shows journey within the inner self also, and also with the emotions and everything. At the same time, emotions with the cup, I feel that your source of strength and source of consolation is not only solitude and silence, but also the people you love, which is very much related to this card of the lovers. So in a certain sense, Aries, I feel that at the end of the day, or the end of the day, is sort of like a sanctuary for you. You go back to your family, or to the people you love, or you go back to the silence and solitude of your home, your house, and there you find an opportunity to rest and recuperate from the challenges that you faced the day. So it's like really, when you close the door of your home, you feel safe. You feel, finally I can recover. It's like that. Finally, I can remove all those troubles and all those woes that I've encountered for today. Now, here we have here the Three of Swords. I don't know. It makes me feel that for some of you it is not you, but somebody that you love who is in pain right now. It's it's like right now I feel like this is what you are, the one who is looking at this person. Somehow I feel it's like you are looking at this card. It's like you are looking at this person who is suffering. It's like, you open the door of your house and you see somebody crying like this. It's somebody who is important to you right now. I feel that at this time, this Three of Swords is not you. It is somebody who at this time is in pain, is in sorrow. For some of them, they might be in a in a third party situation, but it doesn't have to be a third party situation. There must be somebody right now in your family, or your somebody you care a lot for, maybe a friend, who is in pain, and you feel their pain. There are three swords here. It's somehow it's like when this sword hits them, you feel the pain. It's like this doesn't necessarily be who is suffering, but because they are suffering and they mean a lot to you, you also feel the pain. This is what I can see, and I feel that at this time you have this desire to comfort them, just as here we have here the Six of Cups. And I feel this is what is being asked of you right now, to comfort them, to just accompany them. You see here, this child, there's a certain sorrow, I don't know, there's a certain loss. When I look at this card, I always feel that they have lost somebody, these two people, as if they have lost somebody. So it can be also here, you've lost someone. It doesn't have to be always in the romantic relationship where there's a third party or something. It can symbolize sorrow or a loss or something. So it can be also here, there is a loss of somebody. For some family, maybe another member of the family have died. And the one that you are worrying about, the one who is in pain, needs a lot of support right now. Not lots of guidance. And it is really quite difficult. Sometimes you feel helpless, but sometimes all you have to do is to be there, knowing or letting them know that they are not alone. You just accompany them in their activity. For example, if it is a child right now who needs your support, sometimes just lying prone on the floor and coloring a coloring book together is already a big thing. It's not how great the thing that you're going to do to help this person. Sometimes just being there for them already counts a lot. I'm sorry, it's becoming a little bit more specific right now. So it can be, for some of you, there is a grieving because of a loss of someone. And I think the best way to console this is to give love, to love each other. I mean, to love those who are left behind, spending time together, caring for each other, maybe cherishing also the good memories of the person that they have lost. So here you see them. It's like they are in a sort of like in the grieving state. For some of it, the picture makes me feel that they are in a grieving state right now, and they find consolation with each other. So I I feel that you are being called to console also those who right now are in sorrow. And I think you are also in sorrow. Maybe the three swords is that it shows that there are more than one person who are in sorrow. It can be three people also in sorrow, who are in sorrow right now. And because it is one heart where the swords are, it's like you are one family. You know how it is. You have the same heart. You have the same energy. You know, it is we are of one heart. It's like that, and everyone is suffering right now. So that it's like each of your heart has a sword that is piercing your heart right now. For some of you, you are three people, but you are one heart because you are interrelated emotionally to each other. So if you are in the moment of grieving right now, your best solution, or your carapace, or the shell where you will find shelter and solitude and consolation and peace, that carapace is that one big heart, and that is the love among you as a family. Love among you as a family doesn't have to be blood relations. It's where you feel at home. So I feel your shell, the turtle shell that you are feeling right now, is the love that you are able to share with you. as a family. And I feel because of this love, you will find that consolation, and you will be able to move forward towards success together. You see here, the pentacles, there's an old person here who is looking at the family, and the family seem to be contented and happy, and it's as if everything they need is provided for them. It makes me feel that this old person that is looking at them is that someone who has left you behind. For those of you who are grieving because you've lost a loved one, it makes me feel that this card shows that loved one looking at you and watching you and trying to see. It's like he's looking at the people he loves that he has left behind, and trying to see what kind of legacy he has left to all of you. So I feel your loved one right now is still with you, is still watching you, and trying to see if you are cherishing the legacy that he has left or she has left you behind. I think they have left a good legacy, because here you see there is peace in the family. He is silently watching. So in a certain sense, I guess the best gift that you can give to your loved one that has passed away or that has gone over is to show that you cherish the legacy that he has left behind. And I think the best legacy that he has left behind is love. The big heart, the security within the family. If you are able to maintain your family as the source of security, source of peace, your family as the refuge of every member, I think this loved one who has left behind, who is also looking back at you right now, will find also peace and joy. And maybe, yes, because this is the shell that he is usually used to, I don't think he will be very far from you, I'm not sure. But at this time, from here, from the card I see, he is with you, or she is with you, and is watching you and trying to see if you are cherishing the legacy that is given. You try to look at the dogs. The dogs are aware of their presence. Oh, I don't want to scare you, but this is what I can read right now. I feel that your family is a source of love and a source of consolation right now. For here, the Hierophant can symbolize, yeah, reconciliation. It can symbolize reconciliation. It can also symbolize finding refuge with the divine. It also symbolizes that this event or this situation that you are in right now is part of the school of life, and it seems that you are in the process of learning from the school of life, and somehow you need to be docile to the guidance of the spirit. It can be that people will be sent to you, mentors, to guide you. If they do come, listen. Okay. Now, again, here you see love. I see here love, young love. This is what I see right now. Here you see here the four of pentacles. Oftentimes they look at the four of pentacles as being a little bit too thrifty. For some they say it's a miser, but when I look at here, it makes me think of crystal grids. It's like the crystal grids, usually they are arranged in such a way that the arrangement of the crystal grid will be beneficial to the people that is near the crystal grid. So it's something like that. Okay. Crystals, they have beneficial effects on us. For me, when I look at this one, it's like a crystal grid. It's like creating an atmosphere in your family where everyone is recharged, where everyone is able to let go of all those negative energies, and then as they go out to the world again, they feel recharged again. I feel that somehow here, the Four of Pentacles is teaching us that the family can be sort of like, we can make our family like a sanctuary where everybody at the end of the day can go back home, feel recharged, and they can go back again to the world to face it. No? So I look at it as a positive one. It's like a crystal grid is like creating an environment where everyone is able to recharge themselves, able to be happy, able to feel secure. So I feel it's again the turtle with the shell, with the carapace, making your home a source of refuge. If you are happily single, then making your room or your where you rest a place where you find yourself safe and you can recharge and you can plan for the days to come. So it's something like that. This is what I can see. And finally, well, not really finally, there's still one card missing here. You see here, as this is the Knight of Cups. So here we have here love. This is love. This is the lovers. This is the Two of Cups. Okay, this is the Two of Cups. This is the Hierophant, and this is the uh, Four of Pentacles. Now, here we have here the Knight of Cups, and then here Pentacles. Okay, so I feel here this card tells us that as you go through life, for example, as you go out and do your you do your work, you do your chores, or you go to school, uh, you bring with you this contemplative energy. You are constantly in the receptive mode. You are constantly anticipating the touches of the divine in your life. You know how you're being open to synchronicities, being open to repeating numbers. You know, your intuition is highly sensitive. Okay, so it's like that. It's as if that as you journey through life, be aware of your intuition. Use your intuition. Listen to your gut feelings as you go through life. And if you do that, somehow it will help you be more aware of the gifts that the universe is giving to you every day. I feel at this moment, the universe is giving you a gift, and this gift can lead to prosperity. You see here, not only prosperity for you, but for your family. I see an orchard here, and the sun is shining. Now, if you are very sensitive in your daily life, you always listen to your gut feeling, then it's easier for you to appreciate the gifts when they arrive. Okay. Finally, this card. Okay. Just be smart. It makes me think of the Fox animal spirit. Be gentle as a lamb, but wily as a serpent. This is what I can see right now. Uh, you you see here there are many swords here, no? Uh, if you can avoid conflict. I mean, be wise. I mean, I feel that for some of you, Aries, you have a certain charm that you are able to disarm people, and maybe that's the reason why, yeah, your loved ones feel secure with you because you have a way of disarming them. For example, if you see a loved one whose forehead is already frowned, you can say something that would make them laugh. Okay, it's like that. I feel this one is a very disarming personality for me. This card shows a very disarming personality. He is able to prevent conflict by immediately disarming a person who is ready for a conflict. For example, uh, I remember my uncle and myself. We have a way of tickling my grandmother by saying something and making her laugh. Okay, so some things like that. You know how sometimes there is this loved one, like for example your mother or your when they are about to get angry, you are able to say something and then suddenly instead of getting angry they will be laughing. Okay, so I feel for some of you Aries, you might have that kind of gift, and this gift can be nurtured even more when you care for the people you love, because somehow you are sensitive to them. Listening to your gut feeling, you immediately know the energy that they have, and so you are able to anticipate. I feel that this Seven of Swords is that ability to anticipate the feelings of people, and you are able to immediately disarm them before it happens. So yeah, like the fox. No, the fox knows how to find their way through the forest. No, you need to be wily as a servant is being wise. You know how it is. If you can avoid conflict, then why not avoid conflict? Okay, if you can disarm the people with your smile or with your jokes or with the way you look at your life, then life would be easier for everyone because conflicts will be avoided. And I feel this one is, yeah, using the gifts that the universe has given you in order to prevent conflicts before they happen. Okay, so it's quite unusual right now, but this is what we can see for you right now, Aries. Okay, so let us end this reading with some oracle cards. Okay, Aries. Oh, this is like, it's beautiful. I mean, it's about love and family and, yeah, even friendship. Friends are also family. Okay, so what do we see here? Uh-huh. Maybe we can put it here to make it sort of like artistically presented. Okay, we have here metamorphosis. Okay, so yeah, like a caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. Okay, so we see here the turtle. The turtle is like being in a cocoon, and then the caterpillar is being in a cocoon. I feel the cocoon is your family. Okay, your family is maintain your family like this family grid. Maintain the atmosphere of your family is like a cocoon that will allow everybody to undergo transformation. A place where everybody would grow for the better. Okay. And it's also a place, your family as a place where afterwards your children will spread their wings and fly. Or every member of the family at the start of the day can spread their wings and fly. I remember when I was still young, we had a lot of trees beside our house. And in the morning before the sun rises, there is a chorus of 100 birds singing and preparing for the day. And after a short while, they would be noisy, and then after it became noisy, they started flying away. And at the end of the day, just as the sun is setting, they will come back again to those trees, these hundreds of birds, and they will become very noisy again, as if telling each other of the activities of the day that was. And then after a short while, everything is silent, as if everything is resting in the tree, which is like their carapace and which is like the cocoon. I feel that your home is like a place where you can undergo transformation. Core values. Follow your heart and make your values a priority. Okay. Values are the things that the family discover together. They are usually the wisdoms that we also learn from our ancestors. These values, we adapt it as part of ourselves. We do not just take it as, we do not just swallow them as it is, no? But we take it as our own. So it means that if we receive something, a certain wisdom from other people, we test it and we apply it into our life, and when we are convinced that it's really a life truth, then we accept it as our own, and it becomes a core value. So in a certain sense, we cherish the good things that we receive or the wisdom that we receive from the people that were given to us by the Lord so that we will learn from them. But at the same time, we need to own them. And to own them is to question these truths also, to test these truths in our own life realities. And when we are able to be convinced that it's really applicable in our life reality, then they become part of our life and they become values, core values, values that we can turn to, values that when we go inside our shell, we can use these values in order to make us feel secure and find the answers to the questions that we have, and then allows us to go back again to face the world. So always listen to your heart, follow your heart, and make your values a priority. Let your values guide you in your life's journey. Somehow here also, yeah, the Knight of Cups, somebody who's constantly in a contemplative mode, reflecting, always thinking of what is best for everyone around them, and for themselves also, and everything around them. Well, this is our reading for you right now, Aries. It has been a little longer than usual, but I hope it has helped you in your present journey, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.